Okay, so we're going to look at how do we divide polynomials using long division. Okay, so we probably haven't seen this division symbol in a while, right? Because we haven't divided things like this. But we're going to use that to divide whole polynomials. We'll start with how we used to do it with just numbers, and then I'll show you what I mean. So, just some vocab. The thing that's being divided is called the dividend. Okay. The thing that's dividing that is called the divisor. And then this would be our quotient. Okay, and the way that our answer will look, the answer will just be the quotient plus the remainder over the divisor. Alright, so let's see how this used to work with just numbers. Let's take 284 and divide it by 3. So I go through and I say, okay, can 3 go into 2?
No.
No. Can 3 go into 28?
Yep.
Yes. How many times can 3 go into 28? 9 times.
27.
Okay. Now, then you go, okay, 9 times 3 is 27. And then you have to think, okay, what am I going to do with this 27? I'm going to take it away. Okay? So 28 minus 27 is 1. And now I bring down this 4. Okay, how many times does 3 go into 14? 4 times. So 3 times. Then, just like that, you go 4 times 3 is 12. Then you take away the 12, so you subtract it. Okay, so now there's nothing more to bring down, right? So, well, if we wanted to find an exact decimal, yes, then we would put point and bring down a 0 and all that stuff. But what we're going to do is we're going to stop here and just call this my remainder. Okay, so now my answer would be 94. And so since we add in the remainder over the divisor plus 2 over 3, we'll just say 94 and 2/3. Things to pay attention to. The divisor and the dividend, they have to be in descending exponent order, and you have to use a 0 to hold any of the missing exponents, okay? So, just like with synthetic division, whenever you had to place a 0. So, if I had 2x squared plus 3x to the 4th plus 5, how would I rewrite that?
3x to the 4th plus 2x
So, yeah, the highest degree is 4, so that's going to come out to the front. 3x to the 4th. Now I start going in descending exponents. So the next exponent would be x cubed. How many x cubes do I have?
2.
I have 0 x cubes.
Oh, never mind. Oh.
Okay. Then the next thing is squared, which I have 2 of those.
And then 0x.
I have 0 x's and a 5. So you have to make sure that you do this for the divisor and for the dividend. Okay, so let's try one. 4x squared minus 12x plus 1, all divided by 2x. So, 4x squared, I've got negative 12x's, 1. Am I missing anything?
Yes.
No. No, I'm not missing anything. And they're in descending exponential order. So, I'm ready to start this problem. 2x is my divisor, and it's dividing 4x squared minus 12x plus 1. Okay, so the way that we approach this problem is we think, okay, how many times does 2x go into 4x squared?
2.
2. 2 what?
2x.
2x. So the other way to think about it is 2x times what gives me 4x squared? 2x. Now, I'm going to write that in this position. Right? Now, why would I want to write it right there?
I don't know. Because you want to confuse us?
No, because, look, you have 2x and it goes right above the same thing. These have the same exponent. So, now I have to take this 2x and multiply it by everything in my divisor. So, 2x times 2x is 4x squared.
Will that cancel?
Now, just like in the example, we take that away, and these things cancel down to 0, right? And we drop down negative 12x. Okay, so this 0, I don't even need to see this 0. Okay, so now I have to go, okay, how can I turn my 2x into a negative 12x? I can multiply it by negative 6.
Oh, that makes sense.
So yeah, negative 6 times 2x gives me 12x, or negative 12x.
And that's it?
Now, just like last time, I have to change the sign. You always have to change the sign and add, okay? Because these need to cancel, and we drop down just this 1.
Does that matter if you know that?
All right, now, is there any way for 2x to go into 1?
No.
No, and look, I'm out of spaces to write because of, since I've been lining them up with what they go with. So now my answer is going to be 2x minus 6 plus my remainder 1 over the divisor, 2x.
That's it?
Okay, so now let's look at 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 13x minus 44, all divided by 2x minus 5. Okay, whenever you're doing this front thing, this 2x, that's the most important thing. That's what you're always trying to change into one of these. So, how do I make a 2x into a 2x cubed?
2x squared.
It's already 2, so I just have to multiply by x squared. And what is that going to be written above?
11.
The negative, yeah. So,
A 5?
What the?
Negative 5?
I'm not going to worry about that negative 5 just yet. So I'm going to multiply 2x by x squared to give me 2x cubed. And now the negative 5 comes into play because I have to go back to this x squared and say, okay, what's x squared times negative 5? Negative 5x squared. So now in every previous example, whenever we get to this step, we've taken this away, right? We've subtracted it. Now, to make it easier on ourselves, whenever you subtract a polynomial, you can just change all the signs and add. Right? And we saw that whenever we did adding and subtracting polynomials. If you subtracted one, you would just change all the signs and add. So I'm going to add now, but I have to change the signs. Okay, so now that we've changed the signs and add, what's 2x cubed plus negative 2x cubed?
0.
Okay, those things canceled each other out. And what's negative 11x squared plus 5x squared?
Negative 6x squared.
Negative 6x squared. And what else do I have to do?
Bring up 13x.
Bring down 13x. So plus 13x. Okay, now I have to say, how do I make 2x into negative 6x squared?
Negative 3x.
Negative 3x will do that for me, okay?
Wait, so how do you...
So now, negative 3x times 2 is negative 6x squared. And negative 3x times negative 5 is positive 15x. Change the signs and add. These cancel. 13x plus negative 15x is negative 2x.
Bring down
Drop down
44.
negative 44.
Bring down the negative 44.
Multiply 2.
Okay, so now, what do we have to multiply 2x by to make it a negative 2x?
1. Negative 1.
A negative 1. So I have minus 1. Now we go through that same process. Everything in the divisor gets multiplied by negative 1. So 2x times negative 1 is negative 2x. Negative 5 times negative 1 is positive 5. Now, if I'm going to take all of this away from this,
You gotta change that.
I'm going to change the signs and add. Okay? That makes these cancel. What's negative 44 plus negative 5?
Negative 49.
Negative 49.
So that's your remaining.
So if I wanted to say, okay, 2x cubed minus 11x squared plus 13x minus 44 divided by 2x minus 5 is x squared minus 3x minus 1 plus negative 49 over 2x minus 5. Alright, 8x cubed plus 6x squared plus 10 divided by 2x squared minus 3. Okay, so let's see here. 2x squared. How many x's do I have?
Wait, you're missing one.
0 x's. Yeah, minus 3. And then go into this. I have 8x cubed plus 6x squared. How many x's are here? 0 x's again. Plus 10. So it's very important that you have these zeros. You need placeholders or else things won't line up correctly. Okay, so I have to think, what makes 2x squared 8x cubed? Or, that's right. So I write it right over the x. So it's a good thing that I have my placeholder to know where to write this 4x. Now everything over here is going to get multiplied by 4x. 4x times 2x squared is 8x cubed. 4x times 0x? Yeah, it's just 0, but I'll even write plus 0x squareds, just so everything's lining up. And what's 4x times negative 3? Negative 12x. To take it away, instead of subtracting the entire polynomial, I'll just add and change all the signs. Once I've changed the signs and add, I see that these cancel each other. 6x squared and 0x squared, well, that's just 6x squared. And 0x plus 12x is positive 12x. Now that I've added all those things, I have to bring down the 10. Okay, so now, how do I make 2x squared into 6x squared?
3.
A positive 3. Right? Because 3 times 2x squared is 6x squared. 3 times 0x is still 0x. And 3 times negative 3 is negative 9. Every time if I'm going to add them, I have to change all the signs. These cancel. 12x plus 0 is 12x. 10 plus 9 is 19. There's nothing left to bring down, and we know that this should be the remainder because there's no way for an x squared to go into an x. Okay? So my answer is 4x plus 3 plus 12x plus 19 over 2x squared. And for your answer, you don't have to put the 0x. Just say minus 3.